That wave of pure relief you feel when someone cancels plans at the last minute? Most people think that's a sign that something is wrong with you. They call it social anxiety or say you're lonely. But they've got it all backwards. Staying in isn't about being afraid of people. It's about protecting your edge. While everyone else is out there chasing likes and wasting their energy on small talk that doesn't matter, there's a small group of people who have figured out a massive shortcut. You aren't anti-social. You're energy efficient. You've realized that most social noise is just a trap that keeps you distracted. Your brain doesn't need a crowd to feel good. It needs space to actually think. And once you stop apologizing for staying home, you start winning in ways the loud people can't even see. We're told from day one that humans are tribal and that we need constant noise to stay sane. But what if your brain is just running on a better operating system? While most people's reward center lights up during a loud party or a chaotic outing, your brain works differently. For you, the dopamine hit comes from internal clarity. Your inner world is so dense and rich that external noise feels like system clutter. It's like trying to run a top-tier neural network on a messy, slow public Wi-Fi. You don't need a crowd to feel whole because your brain is already busy crunching data that others can't even perceive. You aren't missing out. You're just occupied with a higher quality stream of information. While they're reacting to the surface, you're diving into the depths. Think of your daily energy like a bank account. Every time you have a pointless conversation, go to a loud event, or deal with someone's drama, you're paying a social tax. For most people, that's fine. They don't mind going into debt or living paycheck to paycheck emotionally. But for you, every interaction is a trade. You ask yourself, is this person worth the 20% of my battery they're about to drain? Usually, the answer is a hard no. That's not being stuck up. It's called gatekeeping your peace. By staying in, you control the noise, the information, and the flow of your day. While everyone else is reacting to the world, you're building your own. You've traded popularity for focus. You've traded the need to be seen for the ability to see. In a world that is getting louder and dumber by the second, having the ability to sit alone in a room without checking your phone every 10 seconds is basically a superpower. There is a deep, quiet strength in not needing anyone to entertain you. Most people find total silence terrifying. They need a podcast, a television in the background, or an endless scroll to drown out their own thoughts. They are afraid of what they'll find if they stop moving. But when you are your own best friend, you become dangerous in the best way possible. Why? Because you cannot manipulate or control someone who doesn't need your validation. When you don't care about fitting in, you stop being a pawn in everyone else's game. Your self-sufficiency is a shield that keeps you independent, while everyone else is desperate for a group-think fix. You are the only person in the room who isn't for sale. So, the next time you stay in on a Saturday night, don't apologize. You aren't avoiding life, you're living it on your own terms. Your fortress isn't a prison, it's your headquarters. It's the place where you recharge, refine your thoughts, and stay ahead of the curve. But there's a catch. Even the strongest fortress has a weak point that most people ignore until the walls start closing in. There is a very thin line between being a master of your solitude and becoming a prisoner of it. There is a specific psychological trigger that turns a peaceful night into an invisible trap that's hard to escape, and knowing exactly where that line is, well, that's the difference between true peace and a quiet crisis. Maybe it's time to look at what's actually waiting in that silence.